Which deer is best deer?
I have a whole bunch of deer. All right, so to kick things off, the axis deer. I will be grading these deer on their majesty, their hornage, and their rideability. I would say the axis deer is a fairly standard deer. It has very large horn to body ratio. I feel like I could definitely ride this deer, so I'm gonna say it's a solid deer. All right, next up, we have the elk. Elk?
He's a horny boy.
Yeah, I would say elk has great hornage. Honestly, I don't know about rideability. He seems a bit big to be rideable, or maybe he's just the right amount of big for rideable. He has some pretty good majesty, but I think overall he's, again, just a solid deer. Fallow deer, I don't like the thickness of the neck, but relatively good horns.
Solid, not as pointy.
Not as pointy. I'm gonna throw into average deer. Actually, you know what? I'm probably gonna bump down the axis deer to average deer as well. I just feel like it's just a solid deer. All right, we have the marsh deer. Honestly, kind of a boring deer.
It looks like the one that totaled my car. 0 out of 10.
Not a big fan.
Concur.
I mean,
I concur. 0 out of 10.
its antlers are kind of lackluster. I'm gonna put it in the do better deer section.
I would do traumatic.
Traumatic.
Yeah, that's where I would.
Hold on, can I add in edit template? No. Oh no. Oh gosh, go back, edit undo. Moose.
Top tier.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's got great hornage. It's really smooth looking horns, but also like looks like it could tear apart a car. Freaking huge. You could stick like 4 people on this thing and it wouldn't even know that it had any weight. It's huge. Best deer. They are S tier deer. Fantastic deer. All right. The mule deer. It's fine. It's nothing to write home about. Maybe average deer. All right, the muntjac. Love the deer. So here's the thing. The horns, not that much to look at. But they are fuzzy, so I'll give them minus points for the lack of horns, but the kind of fuzzy looking giraffe thing he's got going on, give him some points for that.
Are those his teeth coming out?
Yeah, he's got some nice teethers, and we'll kind of include that in the hornage category.
Can I make a bad pun? He's got buck teeth.
Well, that was beautiful.
Yeah, he does.
Thank you.
I will say he is maybe majestic in his own right, but much more cute, I would say, than majestic. I'm gonna put him as a solid deer. Like, not what you would expect from a deer, but you know what? He makes up for it. Continuing with the teethers, we have the musk deer.
It looks like Scrat.
It does. These are also called vampire deer. They don't have horns, so they get a solid 0 for hornage, but he does have teethers, so that kind of makes up for it. Majesty, pretty sure musk deers are also like 2 feet tall. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure they're pretty short. How tall are musk deer? Oh no, you know what? He can do better. He has no horns. Deers need horns, so he's gonna be in the do better category. The pronghorn. I mean, not really rideable, but those are some cool horns. Great uniqueness for the horns.
He's a stripy boy.
He is a stripy boy. Yeah, I would say also solid deer. Solid deer, maybe not best deer, but definitely a solid deer.
Yeah, give it a solid.
Yeah. The poodoo or padu. It is tiny. It is one of the smallest deers. It's adorable. It's absolutely tiny. How tall is this thing? Did I write that down? Yeah, the smallest species of deer. They grow to only be 12 to 17 inches at the shoulder. So for rideability, I'm gonna have to give it a 0 because it's a foot tall. Hornage, it's got like toothpicks. Majesty, not what you'd have, mounted on like a mantle or anything. So I'm actually gonna put this under venison.
Come on.
Well deserved. Well deserved.
He just does not meet the criteria at all. All right, now we have the red deer. Now red deer pretty solid. They're the largest land mammals in all of Great Britain.
He's in pain.
Really?
Yeah, they can get to 250 pounds and 4.5 feet tall at the shoulders.
Have you
I
heard
mean-
one of those things yell?
I kind of wanted to listen to it. Yeah, red deer yell. It's like a weird moan. It's honestly, it sounds more like a cow than anything else. Yeah, it sounds like a cross between a garbage disposal and a cow. He's pretty good deer. He's just a solid deer.
But
Next
it sounds
one.
like a garbage disposal. Like that's some point.
Okay, you know what? Yeah, I would say red deer is everything that you wanted.
Like, can you sound like a garbage disposal?
That's true.
You need, like,
You know
two
what?
different-
He's got great hornage, great rideability. You're right. Best deer. He's what you want in a deer. Reindeer. Reindeer has probably the best hornage.
Mhm.
Great rideability, I imagine. I mean, Santa has that affiliation with them, so
Santa likes them, I'll allow it.
yeah, and I mean, pretty good majesty. I'm gonna say that's also some top deer quality. Next up, roe deer, no hornage. What is this? It is terrible.
I love it. I love it.
They're only 2 feet tall at the shoulder, so not exactly rideable.
Like the size of my dog.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I love it. I love it. I
I'm
want
sorry. I'm gonna have
I'm
to
ready
put
for
them
that.
under
I want
venison. I'm sorry.
Cute is
one.
not a criteria.
Yeah, it's cute, but not quite. Next up, we have the Sambar. Bonus points for like the neck beard thing he's got going on. Put it as a solid deer, average deer. But average deer.
How is that even a deer?
It's barely a deer. There's actually
like
one.
It looks like a teddy bear mated with a saber-toothed cat.
Yeah, one of my favorites. This is somehow a deer. They're mostly common in Korea and China. I'm gonna say do better deer because again he has no antlers. And then the last one, white-tailed deer.
It's a deer.
It's a deer. I don't know. It's just I don't know if it's just because I'm used to seeing it. It's fine. I wouldn't really want to ride it. It's not that majestic. Horns, it's fine. You could do better. You know, like if we're looking at the other average deer, this thing's got huge hornage. Even this one does, right? You know, it's a solid deer, right? It's chunky. It's big. Whitetail, it's meh. Anyway, so there you go. That is my deer list. Thank you.
Deer tier.
My deer tier.